What up everyone, it's your boy Xman87 here bringing you another Marvel Legends video, and what I have for you today is the Marvel Legends X-Men Age of Apocalypse Wave 2 Colossus Build-A-Figure Series Rogue Action Figure Review. Before I get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Now, with that said, let's go! Alright, so in Earth 295, known as Age of Apocalypse, Rogue promised a dying Scarlet Witch that she would look after her father Magneto. She ended up falling in love with Magneto despite her feelings for Gambit. Rogue and Magneto married each other and had a son named Charles Lencher, who Magneto named to honor his best friend Xavier. If you're wondering how Rogue had a baby due to her absorption powers, let alone kiss Magneto, it's because Magneto found a way to control her power by creating an electromagnetic force field around himself to touch her, and Rogue doesn't have to worry about absorbing his life force. Rogue was the co-leader of this world's X-Men, serving as Magneto's second in command. Taking a close look at the head sculpt, I gotta say, I really like it. Something about it, I'm just drawn to it. Maybe it's the hair. I really like this hair. Look at the big puffy white piece in the front, and that's actually a separate piece too. That is pretty cool, that the two tones of hair colors are separate pieces. So yeah, I like that, and I really like the way that the hair is flowing. I don't know, it has a really nice flow to it, so I do like that. I think the eyes came out good. You can see her eyebrows right underneath that hair piece. Kind of hard to tell, like straight up. It doesn't look like she has eyebrows, but you know, they are there. They look nice. No eyeshadow, so they didn't give her like any additional makeup. I do like the shimmery paint on the lipstick. I think that came out very good. Definitely gives it a lip gloss look, so I think it came out fantastic. There's something about this head sculpt that I'm really drawn to, and it might be my favorite head sculpt for a Marvel Legends Rogue. And I'm gonna bring some other head sculpts of Rogue for comparisons. And as you can see on my left is the comic version of Rogue from the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure series wave, and on my right is the retro animated series Rogue head sculpt. Man, this head sculpt is better than this one, I will say that. Between these two, oh, man, I still like this one too, man. I don't know, because I have both a strong attachment to the Jim Lee X-Men and Age of Apocalypse. Those are like my favorite X-Men versions, so this is really good, but maybe I think this one is the best. Then we got the two modern Rogue heads, which you know, this one, it's okay. I actually ended up liking this one. It grew on me. At first I was like, you know, but then I actually like that she's smiling, and I would like more of a smiling Rogue, so that's one thing I appreciate about this one. I'm just really digging this head sculpt. Then looking at the rest of the body, you get that style again with the collar and the studded balls. I do think that this is a new upper torso for the female. I think so. Just because the collar piece is separate, so you can remove it, and there's an additional peg hole there that you could, you know, plug in and out. So I've never seen a female figure with two peg holes on the back. I just don't like that big peg hole on the back. You got some wrinkles on the upper torso. Nice sculpt. You got the arm sleeves. This was a weird fashion sense, man. A studded collar, you know, got baggy sleeves, baggy boots. We'll look at the boots later, but yeah, no, I think these are new, these sleeves, and they look good. Arms, the paint. I do love the light green and the dark green color tone. It's a nice mix. Then you got the yellow here to, you know, break it up, and it looks good. And you got the cuffs here. They are removable, so they will pop off when you swap the hands. You got the closed fist right there. Taking a look at the costume, you know, there's the back of the figure, and I do like the color combo on this. And these legs are, I think they're new but modified, because they remind me of the Mockingbird legs, and I'll bring those out. So I think they're the same. It's just that these are pinless, and I do like that. So I think they were retooled to be pinless, but in some angles they do look similar but also different, you know, because, you know, you get that indentation up there. It's nothing up here, and on the side here, hard to tell because you got this thigh strap, but yeah, could be wrong, but I think they are the same and just retooled for pinless. And I don't like these legs because they look very manly looking. I don't know, I always thought they had, this figure had manly looking legs, but for some reason on this figure, it doesn't look so manly. Maybe the upper torso, the lower torso, upper torso is throwing it off here where it doesn't on this one. I don't know. But for some reason, it just looks better on this one. But yeah, you get that nice light green tone and the dark green. You get this yellow thigh strap, which I think was on a figure. But I know it's definitely going to be reused for the upcoming X-Force 3-pack Domino figure. So we'll be seeing that again. Oh, one thing that really bugs me out here, the paint. It looks clean, right? It looks clean, but it's more of the paint alignment. So, all right. If I want to line this up, you can see that the sculpt is not aligned, but the paint is. As you can see, it's a little off. But if I align it with the sculpt, check that out. You see that? Oh man, that is so bothersome. I can't stand that. That really bothers me. This leg is aligned and the paint is aligned. So no problems on this leg, but definitely a big problem on this leg. But this could just be my copy. So again, taking a look at the pinless legs and these, that looks good. Really like that. And then these big funky puffy boots. I do like them though. For some reason, I really like them. And this was just the look of the character in that run, so I appreciate that they did an all new sculpt here. So you got the red right there, black trimming around the yellow boots. And you do have some threads at the bottom, sculpted, serial number. But yeah, this looks really good. But overall, this body sculpt, the physique, definitely matches her physique in the AOA story run. So no complaints. Now to cover accessories, she comes with 2 closed fists. And she comes with another set of hands, which are the open touching hands. Whoa, Rogue, back up. I told you no touchy. No touchy. Alright, now that I woke up from Rogue putting me into a coma, I got my review powers back, and I just realized something, that you can actually put the retro animated series Rogue hands onto this one, you know, if you want to switch things up. So I think that's cool. It's just this big ass hand, man. Oh my god, that bothers me. I like the fact that this hand fits no problem. Rogue in Age of Apocalypse did have a green cape. And if you remember, the Gamora from the Guardians of the Galaxy exclusive box set has a green cape. Just put it on. It does sit nice and sturdy on her. Yeah, you could get a little like wiggling and stuff, but for some reason that collar, it holds well between the collar and her hair. If you wanted to give her a green cape, that is also an option, and this looks really good, to be honest. I do like the look of it. You know, maybe could have been a little bit lighter, but hey, this cape was designed to match Gamora's green anyway. However, I like this setup, and you know I'm always looking at options to stylize my figures. Now, to cover articulation with Rogue, her head moves all the way up, and look at that range. That is beautiful. And it moves all the way down. You got left-right movement, and you got nice head tilt along with rocking around. So you got a lot of range in this area. Her arms move that far up, down, all around. She got the shoulder swivel, elbow swivel, and you have a single jointed elbow that moves about, it bends in about 90 degrees, I'd say. Wrist swivel, wrist hinge. Forward crunch, not that much. She moves back really good, so that's nice for flight poses. Torso swivel, it does pivot and it rocks around. Legs move that far apart. Her legs move that far up and that far back. She's got her legs that rock around. You got the thigh swivel, double jointed pinless knees, and heel to the Rogue butt. That's right. Kick that ass, girl. I know that had to hurt with them big puffy boots. Her ankles move that far up, that far down, and that all around ankle rocker. Now for some comparisons, here is Age of Apocalypse Rogue next to her fellow wavemate, husband, and baby daddy, Magneto. Here is our AOA Rogue next to AOA Morph and AOA Sunfire. Here is Rogue next to some other AOA X-Men members, Jean Grey and Blink. Look at Jean Grey killing it with that Randy Orton pose. Here is Rogue next to the Holocaust Build-A-Figure and the AOA Apocalypse. Here is AOA Rogue next to our X-Men Retro Animated Series Rogue and our more modern Rogue. Tell me out of these Rogues, which one is your favorite? And lastly, here is Rogue next to AOA Iceman. Iceman review coming next. Alright, and now to wrap things up, my final rating is a 9 out of 10. The reason I went really high with this is because of how accurate it is to the AOA comics. It's perfect in that area, and that's something I will always have the utmost appreciation for. She just looks great from top of that great hair all the way to the bottom of her Uggs looking boots. The colors are poppin' and the newly added parts are spot on. The articulation is pretty decent for this body. There are some poses you can pull off more with this one than the retro and modern one. The accessories are acceptable, especially swapping some parts with other figures that'll fit the bill. My only real big gripe was the paint alignment being off. Oh, and the big gaping hole in the back. That's it. Everything else I just love. She's very photogenic even when not trying to do anything fancy. I had a damn good time photographing her. Her and Magneto together complement each other so much. Already one of my top 10 female figures this year for Marvel Legends. Now I kick it back to you all. What do you think of this AOA Rogue? Are you sold on it? Hopefully my photos at the end will sell you on it. She's a pivotal piece to have in your AOA X-Men being second in command. Comment below, let me know, we'll chat about it. That was my review. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Link is in the description below. Get your Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse Wave 2 Colossus Build-A-Figure series at Big Bad Toy Store. Link is in the description below. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. Enjoy the pics at the end of the video. See you on the next review. Peace, peace.